Heroes, you are our last hope, saviors of this world. I know you can do it, as long as you stay... Oh. They're already gone! SideQuest!
Hello, it's spooky season now, so welcome to October. We've been in October for 3 weeks, but it's the land of spirit Halloween, white bitches with caramel lattes and crunchy leaves. So we're gonna
What?
talk about horror.
You cussed in the first 30 seconds.
No, it's 20 seconds because the other thing is 40 seconds.
Okay. Did he say bitches in 20 seconds?
Well, we're gonna find out.
We'll bleep it in post.
Thanks for giving me extra work.
Or we won't, because fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball. We aren't making money anyway.
You know
Anyway,
what? We're keeping that in. Fuck it.
all right, fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we've all.
Fuck it, we ball. Anyway, it's autumn. It's spooky season. Talk about horror. What horror series are you guys fans of? Games, movies, books? What is your favorite thing to be horror related?
Oh,
Are
I
we
have
talking
too
like
many.
classic horror? Because
Your horror
we're talking-
preference.
I really like the Long Dark's existential horror.
Oh, just like survivalist dread.
I mean, there's survivalist dread, but there's also like the true isolation horror of the only other people you can interact with are looting corpses,
Yeah.
and the only living things you can interact with want to actively kill you.
Just
That
like
is
real life.
that is
I guess
fair.
I guess the rabbits are kind of chill, but the rabbits
The
you
rabbits
have,
are chill.
The rabbits have a really fun animation where if you hit them with a rock and then run up and catch one, you snap its neck with your bare hands.
Well, that is fun.
Oh, wait. Is the Long Dark the gay? You guys know that meme? The that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Immediately followed by
No,
getting
I
an
think
arrow
that's
through the neck.
The Last of Us, where that meme
Yeah,
comes
that's The
from.
Last of Us.
I didn't know. I just have only ever seen the meme.
thing I've ever seen.
All right. Well, okay. So we got some existential horror. I think my favorite horror genre, or what freaks me out the most,
Mannequins.
mannequins. Mannequins can go fuck themselves. Uncanny Valley is the biggest load of bullshit in existence.
Oh boy.
And stemming from Uncanny Valley, a genre that has been popping up a lot lately, and especially in the gaming communities and the horror gaming communities, is those fucking games that they're like the Backrooms meets Spot the Difference, the
Oh,
trying to
observation duty.
like Exit 8 or Observation Duty, or yeah, whatever those are. If you're like trying to progress through floors or like make it to a certain number and you just have to notice things being different, otherwise the game resets. Man, do I hate those games. I recently played one. It was called 50 Floors Paranormal Investigation Prologue. It fucking sucked. I couldn't figure out what in the fuck I was doing. Maybe because I skipped through the instructions a little bit too fast.
There you
but-
go. There you
Always
go.
read the directions. Always read the instructional packet at the beginning of your IKEA furniture game.
Who are you,
Yeah.
Ego Raptor?
Who's that?
Aaron Hansen from. Wow, there's really a whole generation that doesn't know who Ego Raptor is. That's Aaron
Yes,
Hansen
Aaron
from
Hansen.
Game
Aaron
Grumps.
Hansen from Game Grumps.
Yeah, that was what he used to
I
go
know
by.
Aaron.
Aaron
Well,
is Ego Raptor.
that's-
He's
Zero
also
up.
Starbomb.
Okay, Azira, that's not a generational thing because we're in the same fucking generation.
Well, no, like he was popular back in like the early to mid 2000s. So
We are in the same generation.
We were literal children in the early to mid 2000s.
well,
Like, 3 to
All
5
of
years
us.
old.
well, okay. Well, maybe this is just like outing me as being older than all of you. So by like a couple of years, but
It cannot be
you
that big
you
of a
remember
difference.
Elmo's
Okay,
in
how old are you
elementary
then?
school.
What I am,
Insert age.
yeah, insert age. I am as old as the void.
Okay. I am plus 1 year than that, then.
Yes.
Here's
You
a
are
good
from
one.
a
Do you
time.
remember where you were on 9/11?
I do actually.
I know.
I was 2 months old.
I was.
No,
I
I
was-
was like 7.
Well,
I was
now
like
you
7
now you
months
just
old.
outed your age.
I can have a canonical age. Nola's the Void Dragon,
I am the void dragon. I have no age.
I was.
and of
I
course
was-
Saturn is as old as Sin. So
Yeah.
Well, and I'm older than Satin, so.
You're from space.
So. I also am an enjoyer of existential horror, but I also do enjoy body horror. Just
Oh,
for
yeah.
like
Really,
the
body horror.
as somebody
Okay.
who's played in their campaigns, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, body horror. What do you think of Splice? Did you watch that?
Ugh.
I have not
Isn't
seen
that
that yet.
Hold on, is Splice? No,
Splice
Splice
is
is not the same
Splice
thing
is the
as...
one. It's a movie, where this scientists couple created a new life form from like a bunch of different DNAs by combining them with human and cuttlefish and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, like Cronenberg.
To make this rapidly aging creature that looks vaguely humanoid.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Unfortunately, later in its life cycle, one of the scientists, the male scientist, decides to fuck their
Creation.
Why do it look
creation
like that?
daughter thing, and then they fuck, and then they killed the guy, and then
It's I should not I like
spoiler alert. The next thing that happens is because they use cuttlefish DNA in creating this thing, the thing flips gender and rapes the woman, and she gets pregnant, and then they kill the thing.
Okay.
Yep, real bad.
But yeah, I'm looking up this splice creature specifically. Like
Yep.
its eyes are like super far apart. It's like I wouldn't call that body horror, but I would definitely call that uncanny valley.
Does it have the cuttlefish eyes?
No.
No,
It just
doesn't have
looks
the
like a
W
per like
pupils?
obviously the special effects team took a day off because it does it's not really that great of a monster design. It just looks very human. Hold on, let me post a picture of it. It's not really good picture of it like in its entirety. So I'm just gonna
It does just
when it comes to
becomes a
monster movies, I think I
regular
prefer, like,
it
The
becomes
Shape
a
of Water.
regular ass woman later on.
Yeah, it literally just looks like a woman with like her eyes a little bit too far apart. Like it doesn't
And
look
like her
like-
legs.
When I'm talking body horror, I'm talking like fucking John Carpenter's The Thing, which is a really good movie.
Ugh.
Oh, hold
Did
on.
you know that
Movie-
they added an Easter egg for The Thing? That's the one with the shapeshifter, right?
Yes.
Speaking
in the HD re-release of The Thing, the monster's eyes don't reflect light,
Oh.
Huh.
so you can tell who's the monster by looking at the eyes. If they have the little eye shine, they're people, and if they don't have the little eye shine, they're the monster.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, another movie that I just saw just the other night.
really
That was
solid.
just really good and is kind of on the same vein as The Thing. Annihilation.
Oh, I've heard of that
Annihilation was
movie.
super good. The bear, man, the bear fucked with me. Fuck that human mouth
Can we clip
screaming
that?
bear.
See, I'm not
Yeah.
the only
Is that our-
bear
is that our-
fucker now.
If anybody out there wants to fuck the Annihilation bear,
Hold on, wait.
Fuck
Let me
you.
be the judge.
Don't
Let
you
me
dare.
be the judge. Hold
Azira.
on.
Yeah, Azira needs to judge.
Hold on.
the
Let me be the
Annihilation
judge. All right.
Azira, don't do this.
Hold on.
I don't need to know that there are people out there that want to fuck the Annihilation
God.
bear.
Okay,
maybe-
no,
maybe
gross.
we
That's
pass on
no.
there.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's bear body horror.
We're talking about body horror.
I would not the bear. I'm sorry. Or actually, no, I'm not
Please do
sorry.
not the cat.
Thank you. Thank
Ugh.
you for not fucking that bear.
I mean, there's zoophilia, and then there's necrozoophilia, and that's
Yeah, that's like-
Necromutation zoophilia.
Well, you know what they say, 2 wrongs make a right.
No,
No.
what? No, they don't.
But 3
No,
rights make a left,
New
and then
York
it's time
State's
for the
thinking that
show.
you're wrong.
All right, what kind of horror are you into, Satin?
I mean, I'm more into just like when it comes to horror, probably like the old like slasher movies and such.
Oh, slasher.
Jump
Base.
Like,
scare
what's your favorite?
horror.
What's your favorite slasher?
Probably the original Halloween.
All right, hold on. Now, what slasher villain do you think your own murder style most reflects?
To none of them.
Can we?
Oh, come on.
Can
You
we
didn't
rule that out?
incriminate yourself.
No, yeah, like if you were a slasher, what would be your gimmick?
If you were a murderer,
Yeah.
who would
If you were a
win?
murderer, where would
If
you
I
hide
had-
the bodies?
If I had to choose, if I had to choose honestly with cuts like murdering style, the closest in terms of just like probably brutality or something like that, it's probably close to like Art from Terrifier, I believe is the series.
Oh,
Jesus.
Art the Clown. Okay.
Just,
See, I
it's
like
like if I'm
body
gonna
horror.
commit murder, I'm gonna make sure it's like just completely brutal.
Ugh. See, like I
Fair.
like body horror and all that. I can't like there comes to a certain level of gore that I just cannot tolerate. Like I can't. I'm very squeamish about the Saw movies. I love them, but like it's very
Wait,
hard for
hold
me to
on,
get through
hold
them.
on. You're into body horror, and then you take out the most famous example of body horror as a genre?
What, Saw?
Saw is definitely one of the more famous examples of body horror.
So body horror like is more
You're
like
talking about like transformative
that's
body
just
horror.
straight up gore. Like body horror itself is more like the disfigurement of like the human body or just like bodies in general. Like
Okay.
I mean I'm probably defining it, but like
Wait, hold on. Body horror. Wait a minute. Does this have anything to do with your love of bug snacks?
not necessarily.
Because bug snacks is just plushy body horror.
You're not
It's
wrong.
it's-
Like that's
yeah,
not
it's body
that wasn't
horror
the
for
draw for
children.
me for
Yeah,
bug snacks, but
it's Sesame Street body horror.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
like you didn't even get into the meat of the actual like, bug snacks body horror. But
I have played one episode so far. Give me a fucking minute.
I just assume you were gonna touch that game again, considering you didn't like how Philbo was asking you to feed him.
No, that's just because Philbo is a weirdo. That doesn't mean that I'm not playing the game. It's
I don't
just
know,
that I don't like Philbo.
I mean, that's fair. He's kind of the least favorite character in the series.
Also,
There are way
Azira, in
better
case you haven't noticed, I took the entire month of October to play horror games.
I have noticed it. I
You
have
don't
been paying
consider
attention to your feed.
Bugsnax a horror game?
Yeah, wait, what?
You don't consider Bugsnax a horror game?
Not at the moment.
I mean, it does get a little existential, but I wouldn't call that horror.
Yeah, but speaking of, what has you guys been your favorite horror movie you've seen in like recent years? What was the best one to come out?
Oh, definitely Jordan Peele's Nope.
Nope was really good. I wouldn't call that a horror movie though.
I would call it a thriller. Like, I mean,
I'd
it
call
still
a
has
monster
horror
movie,
elements
if
to it.
anything.
What's
It's a
that?
monster movie. It's a monster movie.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's still more like cause like, it's more of like, I mean, it's not so much horror as it is terror because like, there's a lot of what makes it like terrifying is that you don't know what's going on until they actually show you,
Okay,
And-
that's fair.
and also
But
like,
that's more of a thriller then.
yeah. So
I still think I would still call it a monster movie because it's kind of got the same vibe as like Cloverfield.
yeah, but like the two scenes in that movie like scared me more than any other horror movie. It was
Dude,
it was the Gordy's home scene and
Oh,
the divorce scene.
dude, they could have made an entire movie out of the Gordy's home thing.
Oh yeah, and like, and you know me, I like deep shit because it very much is about like the predatory behaviors of Hollywood executives and the victims that come about it. Like, I mean, that was
What?
yeah, that was the whole point of that was the whole like metaphor of Nope was that like
Dude, I know that movies do have metaphors, but like I just never get them. I'm just like, that was cool, and leave.
I mean, The Nope
Wow,
itself
Noel,
is a
have you
movie.
considered critically thinking and critically engaging in your medium?
I do like thought-provoking things, but a lot of time when I'm watching a movie is an escape, so it's not something I'm reading into. Which is
That's
why I
fair.
thought The Menu was one of the most boring fucking movies on the planet.
See, I'm actually surprised that you like Nope, because like part of the one of the biggest drawbacks of Nope is because of it's like metaphorical response and
I thought
like
it was just well made and it was
oh it
well
is
acted and well made and just kind of a cool concept.
oh yeah
It's a
but
cool
like
alien movie.
I mean cuz there's a lot of like little like hidden details in Nope that
Okay.
like upon first glance you might miss, like the
Yeah.
fact that the little aliens that he dressed like the Jupe dressed up his kids as were based off of the cameras that were in the scene in Gordy's home. And like there's a couple more, but like
Okay.
I could go on about that, but let's talk about someone else's favorite movie
Yeah.
first.
Okay, yeah, actually, I'll piggyback off of you real quick. I will talk about a movie that did get me thinking and does have a lot of hidden details in it. And this is probably my second favorite horror movie of all time. The Ritual. Netflix made it a few years back, and it is a monster in the woods movie, and it is set in the mountains and woods of Norway, where they stumble upon an ancient forest god that, due to logging, has been contained to one portion of the forest and is now murderous and just this absolute monster. Have you guys seen this movie?
I haven't even heard of it.
Sure,
I'm looking
yeah,
this
no.
up.
Dude, The Ritual is such a good movie, and it's fucking terrifying. Look up the creature from The Ritual real quick, Zero.
Hold up.
Fucking upside down vagina face.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. Yeah,
And it
I know
is super
exactly what you're talking
thought-provoking
about.
because one of the core themes of the movie is that the creature, the god, whatever it is, brings up and summons images of your worst portion of your life. So the main character
Ugh.
has recently lost a friend in a liquor store robbery. And he was there, but during the robbery, he froze and wasn't able to like fight back against the robber, and that got his friend killed. And a lot of the other friends he's on a hike with kind of blame him for it, and just a lot of like deep things about loss and inaction and like what you should do in situations like that. And just a lot seeing the like liquor store, the convenience store, like rising out of the forest floor in the movie, and the god rushing this guy through it. It's just the imagery of this movie is super interesting, and like a lot of the movie you don't see the creature, which is something I love. I love movies where you aren't shown the monster for a
Yeah,
long time.
just like Nope.
Yeah, well, no, you could see the Nope one pretty
They
frequently.
keep it pretty obscure until like the very like near the very end. Like
Yeah, you can. Well, okay, they don't reveal the full form of the thing
when
until the
I mean
end,
they
but you
still
get like glimpses of it throughout
yeah,
the
but
movie.
it's enough for you to kind of like keep guessing as to what exactly it is. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the other thing is that like the actual like Evangelion form of like Jean Jacket, the monster,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of speculation that it's supposed to be based off of like film tape. Like
Oh, I thought it was ripping on how a lot of like supposed UFOs are usually chalked up to weather balloons. So I thought that's what they were going for there. That it's kind
it's
of like a weather balloon, and they're gonna pass it off as that.
that's possible. I mean, it's still all like speculation, but
Yeah, because, like it did kind of look like a weather balloon, didn't it?
yeah.
It was all a weather balloon. It wasn't a real UFO hoax.
I mean, I think that was kind of like what they were going for at the very end, but
Yeah.
9/11 was a weather balloon.
9/11 was a weather balloon. Vietnam was a weather balloon. God, we're getting canceled. Anyway, somebody else start talking before we say something horrible.
I'm not a huge fan of horror movies, but my wife Lil, God bless her soul, she loves thrillers. So I think probably one of the most, I won't say terrifying, like it doesn't instill like a deep, like life-threatening fear in me. Like I wasn't glued to my seat, or wanted to escape the situation, but it gave me the deepest of heebie-jeebies, and that's
Mhm.
Midsommar.
Oh, Midsommar
Oh,
is
I've
a
heard of that. I
great
still haven't
movie.
seen it though.
I like Midsommar.
Basically, the plot is that there's this girl who's like, I think they're dating some guy, but they're friends with like this Swedish exchange student, and he's going back to his commune for the Midsummer Festival. And basically, the woman's boyfriend and a bunch of his friends were all doing like a research project on that like small tribe of people. And they've got like weird customs and a lot of drugs are involved, and it gets real sinister towards the end. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but
Yeah.
The pubic hair soup got me
Oh, I'm
a lot.
sorry.
yeah, okay, so they have it's like a small convent of people. There are some pretty fucked up folk cultural beliefs. Like fertility spells and love potions.
Oh God.
Okay, so you want to say they're like cultural beliefs and folk cultural beliefs. No, the word you're looking for is it's an actual fucking cult.
To be fair, it is a cult, but at the start, it is at first framed as cultural beliefs.
Yes, but they also threw old people off a mountain right immediately.
Yeah, they did drop a couple old folks off of a cliff, and then when one of them didn't die immediately, his head was crushed with
He
a big
did
hammer.
die horrifically, but
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
he-
right at the beginning before they just told them that was a cultural thing too. We just throw our old people off this cliff. That's cool. What do you guys do for fun around here? Sometimes we throw shit at Kevin.
Sometimes we throw Kevin off of shit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There was this really fun game we like to play, Man Spike.
Yes.
It's throw
So many
grandma off a
spikes.
cliff Tuesday.
Grandma's making meatloaf.
Where's
Fuck.
grandpa? Haven't heard from him in a while.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, another fantastic horror. At least kind of horror that I like. You guys ever play the Telltale Walking Dead games?
Oh fuck yeah.
That
I've seen them.
they are so good. And Clementine, one of the best Telltale protagonists in my opinion.
Mhm.
Maybe one of the best story-based game protagonists. Because like she goes from like sniveling kid to like badass
I think
and
it is
also cannibalism.
I think it is really cool to see like her grow up like throughout the games as
Yeah,
well.
kind of like Ellie as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like they did more with Clementine than they did with Ellie.
More good things. Rather.
Yeah. All right, Satin, you haven't said shit. Hey, Ammonite, wake the fuck up.
I think he fell asleep in his chair.
Satin.
Saturn!
Satin,
We summon thee!
What?
Wake up!
wake up.
No.
What horror movie do you like, motherfucker?
Probably the original Halloween.
You said
You
that
said that.
earlier.
That one already. It's the only horror movie he's ever seen.
Yep.
No, I've seen the entirety of that
I've
series.
seen like 3.
I've seen the entirety of that from like the original up until.
Oh
Okay, what
God,
did
have you seen the new
what
series?
Did you think the two
Yeah.
new Halloweens? What did you think of them?
Some of the new ones, they're not bad. I mean, before adding, another timeline to that already convoluted as fuck timeline. that
Yeah,
is
fucking
Halloween.
gotta love that they're just regular ass guys, but somehow there's multiple timelines.
Get bent.
Yep, just get bent.
It's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
What horror tropes do you guys like?
I can't make the joke because it's not here.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Yeah.
you fucking... hold on.
Black Guy dying first is still funny.
Ugh.
Oh, this reminds me. You guys ever watch what is
Fuck.
it? What's that guy? Dave the Goliath? He's
It
got,
sounds
like-
familiar.
He does like short videos with using crazy filters about like, oh, you come across the baddest roadman in English, or the Italian mob gets the wrong guy, and stuff like that. He also does one of you and your girlfriend are the worst people in a zombie movie, and like it cuts to this like loud orgasming sound right behind of this guy just wheezing as he's having sex as the other people are holding the fucking zombies back on the door. It's just hilarious to me.
Trying to think of tropes that I really like.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get some more argument up in here. We're being too quiet. We're being too friendly. This
Uh,
is horror. We need some discourse in the group. We gotta make somebody die by having a bad decision.
All right, I vote Noel first then.
Why me?
Hold on.
Cause fuck you, that's why.
Why would I be voted out?
What's your most favorite unconventional horror thing?
What? Okay, so like things that
So
are not meant to be
horror from-
scary.
Horror from things that were, for all intents and purposes, not meant to be scary, or
Fucking
if they were meant to be scary, I guess. What do
Oh,
you prefer? horror
Doctor
that
fucking
turns out to be-
Who.
Oh, Doctor Who has some.
Doctor
great-
Who is terrifying, and it's a goddamn kids show.
It's not a kids show. It
it's
used
not.
to be entertainment, but now it's just a primetime television show.
Well, like, okay, like a lot of people like frame it as a kids show or like a childish show, but then like the Weeping Angels are so fucking
Yep.
scary.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that'll do it.
How did I know you were going to say that, Noel?
No, actually, what's terrifying was the first episode of New Who where the living plastic mannequins were there.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew that you were gonna say that.
You were going to say those were the two I knew you were going to talk about.
All right.
I think the scariest one's probably going to be what are those monsters that like live in the shadows?
Oh,
Like,
the
oh my God.
Vasta Narada.
Thank you.
Yes, the Vasta Narada was also an excellent episode and terrifying.
Not to mention the skeletons in the spacesuits.
Yeah. Who turned out the lights? Who
Oh.
turned out the lights?
They were so
Who turned
popular,
out the lights?
They were referenced in Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude,
if
the
you have
Vasta
the Wild-
Narada-
if you have the Wild Wasteland
Yep.
feat.
I know
here in the
exactly
old-
what you're talking about.
DLC, there's a part where you come into like a factory, and there are suits that were actually designed to keep people alive, but when they died, they would just keep walking around with the corpses in them.
Oh, dude, have you guys seen that comic?
That
yeah, the
comic.
That comic. The
The
one, the walker, yeah, this guy is just walking across this barren planet, and
Oh,
his suit
yeah!
is designed to keep him alive by recycling. And what was it? It took his blood and cycled through his own fluids. Next, it took parts of his legs and replaced it with mechanics. Then it took his nervous system. Then his eyes, because he didn't need to see where he was going as long as he reached the destination.
God.
Then it took
mean-
bone by bone and flesh by flesh until the man was nothing but consciousness in a suit. And finally, it consumed his brain to keep the suit moving forward.
They do.
And there's
And
nothing
he
but
never
pain.
even-
That's something
He
that
never
happens
know-
in. That's something that
he-
happens in Earthbound. Like.
Yeah, the guy never knows whether he reaches his destination or not, and neither does the reader. It is an excellent comic. It is super scary. It's so weird.
Actually, speaking of non-conventional horror, I mentioned this in a couple episodes ago, but Earthbound has a shit ton of like really scary, like really unnerving shit. Just like sprinkled out in together with this like cute Nintendo friendly, kid friendly
Yeah.
game. So the
Yeah.
first instance of that, which actually kind of reminded me of that comic, when you first talk to the Prince Pooh, when you first come in contact with him, his first his last trial is that he has to like meditate and undergo a trial with one of his like dead ancestors. And so they literally, like, as you're meditating, you get told by another player, hey, or another character, hey, what you're doing right now is too dangerous, and your master is telling you to stop. And as you continue forward, you get visited by your ancestor, who tells you need to break your arms and your legs, and then he's going to take your ears and your eyes, and then your consciousness, one by one.
Yep.
And
Sorry, just something popped into mind just now. I just want to make some random sounds that are two of the most interesting horror animes I've ever seen. Dandadan and Dorohedoro. Man, that shit's fucking weird. And also horror based.
I need to see Dandadan.
Dandadan is so good, and it's new and kind of horror based. It's kind of ecchi. It's kind of shonen, and it's just all weird all the time, and I love it. Are we
going to talk about Junji Ito in this?
Oh, we absolutely have to talk about Junji Ito. One of the most happy dudes in existence, drawing the most fucked up shit. Hayato Miyazaki, though, the guy who does most of the Ghibli stuff, depressed as fuck.
Yeah, he also hates the Beatles, while Junji Ito loves the Beatles.
Yes. So, Beatles haters are either really happy or secretly fucked up. Wait, no. Or Beatles lovers are really happy and secretly fucked up. Like the Beatles.
Just like Mars.
Yeah, no, the Beatles were not secretly fucked up. The Beatles were constantly fucked up, but on a different kind of fucked up.
Yeah. But
drugs fucked up.
Yeah. Azira.
Yes.
I know you've got the power of editing and you've got the power of Google. Just look up a few still frames from Dandadan and Dorohedoro for me.
Hold on one second.
Dandadan.
Dandadan is I can't even. Okay, so Dandadan, I'll just run down the synopsis here. There's a girl who can see spirits, and there's a guy who's obsessed with UFOs. They don't believe in the opposite, so they dare each other to go to hotspots. The boy goes to a spirit hotspot, and the girl goes to a UFO hotspot. The boy finds a spirit called Turbo Granny, and I quote,
Turbo
Granny. But I quote, also, Turbo Granny, bizarrely, is an actual Japanese yokai. Just this granny that runs really fast. But anyway, I quote, upon seeing this boy wandering through an abandoned tunnel and a dead ghost with a weird, fucked up, spinning yellow eyeballs, looks at him and says, I'll let you suckle my teat if you let me gobble your dong. And the boy just starts fucking hoofing it out of there.
Yeah, I would too.
Unfortunately, she catches up because she's Turbo Granny. And if you lose a race to Turbo Granny, you get cursed. And the curse is you no longer get a dong.
Penis deletus.
She fucking snatches his dog and curses him.
Yoink.
Meanwhile, the girl gets abducted by aliens called the Serpians. And the Serpians are here because they are an all-male race, and they need to harvest people's banana organs so that they can continue to evolve.
Okay, I see what kind of anime this is.
Weird as fuck.
Anime.
It's,
Anime. That you can find on regular anime sites, and you don't have to look up.
On Crunchyroll.
Noel's favorite anime to recommend to people without their consent.
Now, what the hell?
Regular anime.
It is. It's
one
of the top shows coming out on Crunchyroll this season.
I stand corrected then.
This is a regular anime and totally not a hentai series that he's
totally isn't.
Plugging.
Okay.
No. But let me talk about Dorohedoro real quick, which is totally more normal. So it opens on a guy who's like 6'7", wearing full leather, who has an iguana head.
As you do.
He's murdering a bunch of magic users and sticking them in his mouth to so that the guy who lives inside of his mouth can say that they are the one or not. Because somebody cursed him to have an iguana head, and now he has to stick them inside his mouth so that the man who's inside his face can tell him if that's the person who put the curse on him or not.
Yeah, totally normal. Totally normal behavior.
Yep.
They'll-
Dude's a fucking beast though. He kicks their
he's
witch's ass. And he just hangs out with this slightly muscular ramen shop cooking woman. Also, everything in this world is fucked. Like, it's grungy, it's horrible, people get turned into bugs all the time, and witches keep coming from another dimension
What's the
to
name of
practice
the
their
iguana
spells
guy?
on. What is his name?
Well, regardless of his name, yeah, smash.
What was
Let's-
the name of the anime?
Dorohedoro.
Dorohedoro.
The Dorohedoro.
Paimon.
Yeah, Kaimon.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Nah,
smash.
Hold on. That's not the smash. Noi is the smash.
No, I stand
Look
by my
up
statement.
Noi. Look up Noi.
No.
Do it.
Okay, hold on.
Noi.
Uh.
I see.
Oh yeah, definitely smash.
Yep.
Oh, it's hard to pick
Is there a
between the
bear
two though.
character?
Yeah, there's
Is
also
Is there a bear character?
Shut the
is
fuck
there a
up.
bear in Dorohedoro? Probably. Hold on, let me look.
Okay. Well, speaking of horror anime, I've probably mentioned it. Well, I've never mentioned it on camera, but my favorite.
Doppelganger Ebisu.
There is a bear.
Let's see it.
Doppelganger Ebisu.
Um.
Ebisu is a fucking weird character. Ebisu is a character that at one point lost their face. So they were a skeleton, then they were a shark, and they're just all kinds of little weird. They were also a bear at one point.
Yeah, but they're not a bear all the time, so
No, they're not.
Pass.
pass, yeah.
You know what? Actually, I just want to just pause for a moment and point out there's an anime called Kuma 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 Bear.
Is that
Where a little girl gets transported into a video game world, and the strongest armor in the game is a panda bear suit,
Aw.
which gives her unbelievable power to fuck everybody up.
Yeah,
That's great.
or as Zero likes to call it, lingerie.
Yeah,
Shut
lingerie.
the fuck up.
Kuma Kuma
The
Kuma
bear
Bear?
seducing
Shut
suit.
up. Well, if we're talking about horror anime,
Another.
what's that?
Another.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Another is fucked.
I
Oh,
don't know what
damn
that is.
I forget
Really?
the
You've
movie.
never seen the umbrella scene? Hold on, let me send you something real
I-
quick.
Listen, I don't watch a whole lot of anime, like unless
No,
people
this
like
is just
recommend
this just
it.
goes around the internet. I just want you to witness this.
All right.
You probably don't want to put this in the video.
Okay, that worries me more.
Or two.
Yeah, it might be all right. Just might want to censor it.
That's fine. Don't.
All right, hold on, I'm getting it. I got it. Copy.
Yeah, while you're looking for that, I just want to point out. So my favorite anime series is Shiki, which is
Shiki is fucked.
oh my god, it's so good. Cause like it doesn't. It leads it out into as a mystery where like there's a lot of shit that's going on that nobody can explain, and they kind of like gradually pick you up on to speed on what exactly is going on. Spoiler alert, everyone is getting sick and dying in this like remote Japanese town ever since like this giant mansion was built in the side of town, and like this
Okay.
girl went missing, and she had like this like really bad an anemic it was blood anemia and fuck I can't
Anemia.
pronounce.
Anemia.
Yes, that. Because like it was based off of a novel. And the woman who wrote it, like, she knew her medical shit. Like, because
Yeah.
like there's multiple times in the series where they go in detail as to like the exact like medical diagnosis of all their patients, into them like trying to figure out like why they were getting sick. But like they didn't but like as the series goes on, you start to realize that like the people who have died are coming back and they're eating people. They're drinking their blood. It's vampires.
Yeah.
But it also like dives into like again that a philosophical aspect of if they have to survive by killing people, are they essentially morally incorrect? And so that
Oh.
series like puts you into like the perspective of different characters that their beliefs on that kind of differ, so you kind of
Okay.
get to side with each character.
Okay. So can I just look at this scene for me real quick, Azira? I do want to discuss your anime, but I do just want to show you this.
Okay.
Bernie
Well, he's
Moreno will
watching
Alright.
this scene.
overturn
I
the
would like to
will
talk
of
about my
Ohio
favorite
voters with a
horror anime.
national ban on
My life
abortion,
is
with no
Inukai-san's
exceptions
dog.
for rape or incest.
What?
Absolute pro-life, no exceptions.
Bernie
Oh,
Moreno will
Inukai-san's
erase all
dog?
rights
Best
and all
horror.
voice.
Sorry, I'm getting
We
a
can't
political
let
ad.
him.
Same, me
True
too.
horror.
All right, so we're watching
True
this
horror.
girl and she falls down the stairs with a umbrella.
Yep.
She's tumbling. Oh man. Oh, she's gonna. Yep. That's what I thought. She just gets
Impaled.
like impaled.
Does the umbrella open?
Yes. And it's all covered in blood.
Oh,
That's
Yeah, that so
that's
another is a series where this guy comes to a new school and he goes into his classroom and he thinks he sees a ghost. Where this girl with like dark black hair and an eye patch is just roaming the classroom and no one is acknowledging her at all. So he thinks he sees a ghost. And then his classmates one by one start dying. Now, what is actually happening in his classroom is that there is a superstition that is 100% actually true in this school where every year one classroom doesn't have enough desks. And
Okay.
if there aren't enough desks, one by one, everyone in that class will die.
weird flex,
So,
but okay.
To counteract this curse, the students came up with a method. If they just shun and do not acknowledge one student for the entire year, the curse is blocked because that person doesn't exist. But this year, that's not working because even though the eye patch girl is being ignored, people are still dying and they don't know what's going on. And just there are a lot of, it's kind of like pretty Final Destination-ass.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, the umbrella scene is one, and one guy gets a window pane dropped on him, another guy gets sucked into a boat propeller, one girl gets smushed in an elevator. Just,
Ugh.
yeah, it's a brutal series. But yeah, horror anime are super interesting because some of them are so good, and then some of them are just real bad. Like Ghost Stories. Ghost Stories is art.
Yeah, you could call it that. I liked Hellsing growing up. Like
I like Hellsing
Ultimate.
Abridged. Hellsing Ultimate Abridged is one of the greatest things to grace the internet.
that's not. Is that horror?
Yeah,
It's kind of horror.
yeah.
Hellsing
No,
is
There's
horror,
a
but
point where horror becomes splatterpunk.
I mean, it's still like horror aesthetic.
It's
like
horror coded, but it's absolutely a splatterpunk anime.
That's true. That is true. Where would you put the Castlevania anime on the horror, not horror scale?
Horror aspects, but not a horror anime.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's got vampires. It's horror to me in my eyes.
It's got vampires. It's Smash.
yeah, I'm saying
Are
I'll say-
vampires the ultimate form of body horror for you, Azira?
Yeah.
What is?
Yeah.
Vampires. Vampirism.
I mean,
Wait, if you're so into like deep messages and body horror, you must have loved Tokyo Ghoul.
I have not seen it yet.
That seems so you-coded.
I've been told this multiple times. I'm gonna have to go see it then.
It gives
Also
zero.
gay.
Also, yes. I like gay.
At least there's one gay guy and he's a psycho.
Oh, well, most gay people are. Look at me.
Fair.
God,
like-
it's funny how true that statement is.
But like this guy, like sniffing another man's blood and getting an erection from it.
Okay, that's a little much even for me.
Hold on, let me just pull up an image real quick.
To-
No,
for you.
I
be-
didn't ask
to
you
be fair-
to.
I
To be
don't.
fair, you are the
the
bear
eyes
fucker,
get-
so it's a little hard to determine that.
We
You
don't know
would be
where your
surprised
kinks
at
end.
what at what point I draw the line.
You had a line to begin with?
Well, like I said, excessive gore is not my cup of tea. Like,
And yet fucking bears are.
well, there's no gore in that, except for getting mauled
That's-
later.
I'm saying, yeah, there will be, you stupid fuck.
Well, not
Now-
if you have dinner first.
Okay, hold on. You might just have to bleep what I'm about to say in its entirety. There is a pretty infamous Japanese doujin going around the internet where this girl goes out into the woods and needs to use the bathroom. So she squats down and takes a piss in the woods, and then a bear shows up and begins to maul this girl to death, starting between her legs and ending about mid-chest.
Okay, where are we going with this?
No, that's
Body
that's,
horror and bear, that's the end.
What was the point of that?
To disgust you.
No, it's just confusing me.
Oh, you weren't disgusted.
I motherfucker.
I mean, I'm deeply, deeply saddened
Yes.
that you took the time to speak that into my head.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like what 2 minutes of my life that you have wasted.
Yep.
No,
That's there's
there's
an
a-
entire there's an entire tag for that in
There's the
Dojin
2
called
minutes-
Guro.
There's
Oh,
the 2
God,
minutes
Guro.
There's the 2 minutes you've
Guro.
stolen from me.
I
Yes.
There are the countless sleepless nights for me now having to imagine it, because there's no way in fuck I'm gracing my internet search history with that filth.
That is fair.
I'm just... I won't care, I'm just gonna pass out.
Yep. Anyway, that's horror.
Yeah.
Though some people would say that's nope. I'm just gonna leave that's horror. Just
no,
not think about
by
those
by
people.
all means say it. What are you afraid
There
to
are
say
people
in front of
there are
God and
people that
everybody?
Are
Why-
you seriously gonna yuck someone else's yum, Noel?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah. We kink shame here.
We kink
Guro
shame
is
whenever
not a kink that should be allowable. Also,
Guro
please
is
stop
not a
drawing
kink.
that.
lolly is not a kink that you should.
Oh, yeah, I did forget to
appreciate.
mention the girl in that
Shotokan,
the
do
girl
not.
in that dojin is a lolly.
Okay,
No
yeah.
lolly, no shota, please.
No, just can we just not have those tags? Just take them back. Send them back. I don't want it.
Ship them back to Japan.
Yep,
Let 'em
just
keep
send it
'em.
back.
Girl
just keep
people
it
are
in the-
some of the worst people on the internet. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give my
Was
my
Guro one of the
anecdote
things
because they
that
might be
led to the
watching me.
infamous-
What's
the
that?
Why are they
infamous
watching
laser
you?
grid?
What's happening?
They
Hold
have
You guys
on.
know, you guys
got
know the
the-
laser thing, right?
they're after
what?
me. Okay, you
The
don't know.
laser GIF, where it's like the anime girl inside of the like device, and it laser cuts
Oh
her skin off.
no! I don't like this
No.
conversation.
Hold
Could be worse.
on.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Yeah, well, there's just a lot of things that you shouldn't look up because, like, one day when I was at work,
Oh,
my coworker, he showed me a video unprompted. He just kept, hey, Noel, look at this real quick, and just handed me a phone with a very grainy video from Russia on it, and I witnessed a video known as Three Guys, One Hammer.
I don't want to know
and-
what that is, and please don't describe it.
I'm not going to. If anybody has the urge to look up that video, First off, you're not going to be able to find it unless you go to some real sketchy websites. So you're kind of just don't look, don't bother putting in the effort. Also, whoever posted that, I'm pretty sure you're in prison, and if you're not, I hope you're dead.
Can we talk about literally anything else but what is going on right now?
Horror. Let's go back to horror. Mascot horror is the biggest load of bullshit in existence.
It
Shut the
depends
fuck
on how
up.
you play it. It depends on how you play it.
Wait, okay, what do you mean?
I literally talked about this in my 3x3, Amanda the Adventurer. It's the only, like, good mascot horror game, in my opinion.
Okay, and what were you saying, Bingus? I'm
Um,
not doing well tonight.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, mostly I'm just saying shut up because A, it's popular, and B, I don't hate mascot horror.
I don't know,
I
like,
get
it's just...
it's not particularly scary anymore, but I like the idea of it.
I liked the idea of it, like, the first few times, but, like, after a while, like Poppy's Playtime...
Oh,
Eh.
fuck Poppy's Playtime.
Poppy Playtime doesn't really count.
Why? That is
That's
absolutely
such a cash
mascot
grab.
horror.
It's a cash grab of a game. They started making NFTs. Go fuck yourselves, whoever made that game.
I didn't know about that, but that is absolutely just, like, the current face of mascot horror, and that's just not great. The mascot horror that I actually did enjoy a while back was Bendy. Bendy
Bendy
was
and the Ink
very
Machine
well
was pretty
done.
good.
Bendy, unfortunately, didn't do well in the last few chapters. I remember that. And then they also, like,
Bendy,
had some bullshit going on behind the scenes. Like,
don't forget
Bendy-
the new Bendy stuff.
There is the second Bendy's, which I don't know anything about, but
It was alright. It was pretty cool.
yeah, Bendy had some rough development, if I remember right.
Also, just in the general chat, if anyone remembers this image, you should
Wait.
go to prison.
oh god, yep.
Ben-
There it is.
Wait, wasn't Bendy made
Going
like?
to prison.
Didn't Rooster Teeth have something to do with Bendy?
Oh, that might explain why it
That
sucks.
explains a lot.
Dude, I wish Rooster Teeth wasn't a piece of shit because I had so much respect for them for a long time, and
We all did.
Was Rooster Teeth the people who made Ruby?
they made Ruby,
Yes.
they made Red vs. Blue, they
And
made
they
Achievement Hunter.
fucked that up so badly. They fucked up Monty's
Yeah, in the
widower.
Ruby
Like,
could
they
have
or
been
widow.
cool.
fucked up what?
Ruby should have been cool.
I think they
Ruby-
they forced her to like sign the rights away or something. I could be getting that wrong.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Like Monty's widow, I forget what her name is, but like they basically screwed her over of the rights to Ruby.
Well,
so they could so she couldn't make money off of it after he had died. Like
Ruby was always a full Rooster Teeth project. Monty
was
never
not-
owned it.
No, but Monty made a lot of
Yeah,
Monty
Monty
made a
made
lot of the good.
Monty was the creator of it, but like again, like she didn't get
It was a-
anything from that.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure Ruby is now owned by Viz Media, which gives me
Yep.
some hope for it. I'm
Maybe.
Still gonna...
Uh,
I feel like Viz has a better chance of fixing it than they did.
well, yeah, but I don't know if I have hope for it.
Well, like, Ruby made that, or some non-Rooster Teeth company, can't remember who fucking made it, made Ice Queendom, which was a between seasons 1 and 2 miniseries made in Japan, and it was really good. Made a lot better use of the characters than the actual Rooster Teeth team,
Doesn't surprise
which is
me.
hilarious. But anyway, we're talking horror here.
Uh,
Bendy and the Ink Machine was great, and I love that they made fun of Mickey Mouse the entire time. I think Rooster Teeth was the publisher by this, actually.
I appreciate that one of the animators that they killed in Bendy and the Ink Machine was turned into a carnival ride for no reason.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
fuck you,
Okay.
that's
So
why.
Berlitzer.
Okay.
Wait, I have a mascot horror game that hasn't been talked about nearly as much that I feel like should be acknowledged.
It's this little indie project called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Shut up.
go fuck that game.
I like it for what it's worth. Like it's
I liked
simple.
the first
For what it's-
game. Stop putting lore in this shit.
No.
I actually rather enjoy seeing them rewrite the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn
They
it.
do
Because
it
it's driving-
specifically
it's
to piss
driving-
Matt Pat off. I
It
swear.
drove Matt Pat
Hey.
crazy, and now it's driving British Matt Pat crazy.
And now it's driving Noel crazy.
Yes.
It is-
God damn it. Okay, I would be able to handle the Five Nights at Freddy's lore if it were a straight line fucking timeline.
No, it's one of the most convoluted storylines.
yeah.
To be
in all-
fair, it is a straight. This isn't like the Zelda timeline. There isn't a branching split timeline.
Yeah,
Except
just
for,
nobody
like-
knows what it fucking is.
It's a
Anyway,
straight line, but nobody knows the beginning or end.
Yes.
have you heard of a game? We're going off topic, but we're SideQuest, so it's in the name.
It's
Wait, are
literally
you
one
going off
point.
topic or are we off topic?
You started ranting about Five Nights at Freddy's again while I was
Which is
talking about
horror.
something else. Yes.
I'm on topic.
So there's a game called Indigo Park. I think there's only they've only released they've only released a
that's
demo.
like a chapter. That's a chapter-based game, and there's only the first chapter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I've
it's
heard of it.
basically you're running through like an abandoned theme park, and there's
Yeah.
all the character mascots are trying to kill you.
Yeah, Bunny was telling me about it a while back, and I'm
Yes.
pretty sure Gab Smulders played it.
I don't know who that is.
Jacksepticeye's girlfriend.
Oh,
That's what she's known for.
No, she makes a lot of great content.
Yeah, she makes wonderful content. But
That's
yeah,
an
she is
that's an easily describable factor of her that would make Azira say, "Oh."
okay. There, I said it.
That like how would you describe Gab to somebody who has never heard of Jack? Just a streamer, a horror
Okay,
streamer.
She's an equal. She has an equal amount of horror and chill game streams.
Yeah, I know. It's
She's
just
very
that's
bipolar.
how I found her. So that's how I describe her.
We found her original streams, I think, through Stardew Valley, and then
nice.
found a lot of her horror stuff through that.
Yeah, I think I started with her on Dredge.
Dredge is also very.
I don't know.
popular.
I just don't watch like Let's Players a whole lot anymore, but
Nah. Well, you're gonna have to start up again. We're YouTube now. We gotta steal content.
well, yeah, but
Steal yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty accurate.
Content burglars.
Yes. We gotta find what is trending, so we have to watch YouTube. Damn it.
do we want to we've got about 3 minutes left. Do we want to wrap this
All right.
up?
No, we gotta just get one more point in here real quick.
Oh god, what is it?
What do you guys think is the worst form of horror? And what is the most obvious example you can think of?
Worst
bad
form of horror.
Yes.
I thought you said porn for
Oh.
a second. I got very scared.
horror. We'll do the porn episode a different time. Get your head out of the
Horror porn.
gutter.
No,
You're
horror
the one
porn
that's
is
been
probably
talking
pretty bad.
about that.
I haven't talked about a single porn. You're delusional.
I feel gaslit by my boss.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're the editor.
That's
Yeah.
true. I can just edit
It's
you,
like I
edit
have
me as
not
the
talked
chat
about a
again.
single porn, and then just superimpose the entire part where he talks about the bear.
No, I only talked about that because Azira's into it.
I'm not into that. What the fuck?
You are absolutely into
No,
that.
I am not.
No, the bear,
Why
not
would-
the guru.
Yeah, the bear.
Ugh.
Can I say Guru is the worst kind of horror?
That's
That's
Porn.
fair.
talk about horror, not porn.
Splatterpunk. I find it needless and honestly
Okay.
just kind of not particularly scary. It's
Okay,
just
so like, what do you mean by splatterpunk?
Splatterpunk is it's a full definition. There's like a whole definition of splatterpunk, but basically, it's when you have a horror like a slasher flick that reaches a certain amount of just mindless blood and gore per capita to the point where it itself becomes like
Okay, so wait, hold on. There's a movie about to come out with apparently a breaking amount of blood. You're just not looking forward to it then?
I'm probably
We're
not going
talking
to
about
see it.
Terrifier 3.
I was talking about Iron Lung.
Oh God, you fucking
So what, you're saying you hate
No, I'm
Markiplier
gonna-
then? Is that what you're saying?
wow. Okay, now I'm having my words twisted.
Yeah.
The Ocean of Blood.
Yes.
Okay, I will concede. I will be watching that movie.
Yes. I don't think that movie is splatterpunk though.
Lots and lots of blood, but no gore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
That
feel
you
you on
know.
that. I don't like gore as like a means of shock value.
Right,
Like-
exactly. It pretty much splatterpunk is just when you take gore so far that the shock value fades.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think gore has its place
Yeah,
as
gore
a
has its
literary
place, but when
device.
it is to the point where it is no longer shocking, when you finally reach the point where it's like, okay, is that really necessary? That's when it hits splatterpunk.
This kind of reminds me. This this is going to be a bit of a serious topic, real quick. This kind of reminds me of a discussion I had a while back. Somebody was making the claim that using SA as a literary device should not be allowable under any circumstance.
I disagree. However,
Yeah, I also
there
disagree.
is a way that you need to
You need to
go
handle
about it. Like
Yeah,
you have
but,
to
like-
you can't just put it in there. You have to have a reason for it.
Okay, so the main focus of our discussion on that point was the anime Goblin Slayer using SA
Oh God.
in the goblins to demonize them.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about Goblin Slayer. I'll be honest with you.
It
Yeah,
makes me
no,
want
that-
to kill goblins more, but
It
it
does.
doesn't make
That
me
was
enjoy
the point.
story more.
Yeah.
The point of the discussion was it good at dehumanizing and monsterizing the goblins? And I was on the side of yes, it is. But a lot, at least like three
There
or four
were
people
better-
that I was having this discussion with were saying no, we should just never have gore or SA in any form of media.
That's puritanical.
No,
Yeah.
like you have to have like creative freedom for stuff like that, and you have to like
Yeah.
talk about. You need to discuss like very uncomfortable topics in order to emphasize why
Yeah.
they are terrible.
I was having
I
this
don't know.
discussion, and I was discussing like calmly back and forth with these people for like maybe an hour, and then after the hour mark hit, they're just like, "Well, it's against my religion, and because you disagree with me, you're a Satanist."
Oh Jesus Christ!
Did
Yeah.
you respond with, "Of course I
Yeah,
am"?
I am.
I responded with, "Okay, have a nice day," and left.
Good.
Accurate, yeah.
I was a Satanist before that shit even happened.
So
So
you're a Satanist.
yeah.
You worship yourself.
Anyway, I would say that the worst
I
form
think
of horror.
self-worship is a different tag on.
I'd say the
So
worst
that's it.
form of horror in existence is jump scare horror.
I feel that, yeah.
Jump scare horror is like
it
the
has its
biggest.
place. It can be fun.
Yes, and
But if
Let's
that's
talk
like
for a moment. Let's talk for a moment about phasmophobia.
okay, jump scare horror. It's good. Like
It's fun.
if
is the
that's
thing.
your
It's
like only means of scare though, like
I mean,
I
there's
think-
creepy. There's
that's
creepy
part of the
ambiance
reason why I've
and
never
then-
touched like the Five Nights at Freddy's games is because I don't like all this jump scares. Like
okay, I think
and they
if,
get annoying.
if you can build tension correctly, yes, and if you're using it like okay. One of the videos I'm about to have coming out here soon is Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Fuck
Which
yes.
is such a fucking ridiculous game, and there's no tension at all. Most of it.
But it like
uh,
makes fun of the genre. Like
yeah,
that's kind of
it-
the fun.
Yes. But like something like Five Nights, at least the first game had great ambiance, and like the first 3 games had great ambiance. But like some movies are just so heavily reliant on jump scare that it just kind of no plot.
Yeah, I'd rather
Ooh.
have like the scares that you think about like late at night. Like
Yeah, like
the again the existential bullshit. Like that to me is scary.
yeah, like to me the greatest horror movie I've ever seen, and I do believe was topping the charts of horror movies for a long time, was Hereditary. And Hereditary
to
didn't have a
see that.
single jump scare in it.
I've heard
is
so many good things about
such-
that movie. I need to see
It
it.
is such a good like ambiance and tension builder movie, but there's just no jump scares. Everything happens at like a natural pace, and like The things that would like jump out and spook you are hidden in corners, and you don't see them immediately, and things like that. It's a great movie.
Definitely need to
Man,
watch
does it
then.
have some shock value.
I've heard some things about that movie, but
Oh,
not
what you
not like
got?
bad things, just like things.
Yeah, like the portion where if you turn up the brightness enough on the TV, there are naked people standing out in the woods.
No.
Now I see why you watched it.
No, like one of the major points of the movie is that there is this cult trying to resurrect a demon. And they're terrorizing this family in order to do it. And at one point there's just like a normal panoramic shot of the house. But it's not a normal panoramic shot because if you turn up the contrast on your TV enough, you can see that the cult is standing around in various points around the house in the woods naked.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, which I didn't see until like my third or fourth watch through of this.
Did you have to turn up the contrast, or did someone tell you about that?
Somebody told me about that, and then I turned up the contrast.
Of course.
Like, hold on, I'll find an image of it. You River. You
No,
guys talk about-
I'm fine.
No, it's not like, it's
They're
not
not
like.
graphically naked.
Yes.
All right, Satin, what's your least favorite horror trope?
I'm not certain. It might just be like the just stupid fucks in horror.
Oh,
which I guess
just
is
like
most, like
making dumb decisions.
yeah.
Okay, a lot of
Well,
those dumb decisions are a lot more, acceptable. Because I've been in some scary situations, and people will absolutely make stupid decisions. When
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, there's stupid decisions, sure, and then there's the hey, we know this place is being haunted by a serial killer. Let's go have
Is-
sex.
okay,
Like on
okay.
his grave.
Here is a question: should characters in a story know what genre their story is?
Oh, that is such a good question, honestly.
Those kids don't know they're in a horror movie.
They just think shit's happening.
They think they're in a slice of life movie.
They do.
Yeah, and then they
For all they know they're in a fucking
They're in
And
a
then
rom-com.
they're in a rom-com. They're in a Ghibli movie.
yeah,
Well,
and then
okay,
they get,
Ghibli movies can be scary as shit,
Yes,
though.
they can,
Oh,
but they can
yeah.
also be whimsical and fun.
and then also horribly depressing.
The more whimsical they are, the more depressing it is.
The
Yeah.
more depressing they
Yeah.
can be.
Yeah.
The more whimsical they are, the more depressing they are allowed to be.
Well, unless it's Grave of the Fireflies, in which case it's just depressing all the way through.
There you go.
Oh,
Huge depression.
there's just fucking naked people.
Yeah, which is why that's an ambiance thing that you just don't recognize immediately, but your like brain can process it. So it's like, oh, another just fantastic horror movie that I just two ones real quick, two childhood movies that I watched that kept me up for weeks, and I don't know what in the ever loving fuck was going on that these were advertised to children. 9 and Coraline.
Oh, Coraline is
Yeah.
great though.
Coraline's brilliant.
I love Coraline.
read the
It's such a
book.
good movie.
The book is like
Who the
way
fuck-
scarier.
Who the fuck advertised that to children?
Neil Gaiman was the one that wrote the book.
Ah, well, that makes sense.
Like I heard a story about how so his publisher told him that it was too scary to write for children, and so he was like, "Hey, why don't you just read it to your daughter and see what she thinks, and then come get back to me?" And so his publisher did that and said, "She loved that. I'm gonna rubber stamp that. I'm gonna let that go through." Years later, he actually got in contact with the daughter and asked her like what she actually thought about it, and she was like, "Oh, it scared the shit out of me. I just didn't want to tell my mom." So
So none of you guys have seen 9?
I have not.
No,
I've heard
I've
it's
seen
The one
good.
with the dolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9
Yeah.
is the one with the dolls. This might be my bias again, thinking that this movie was fucking terrifying.
Oh no, it was scary.
I still need to see
Oh, yeah.
it though.
9 is a 2009 film where the world has ended in a human versus robot war, and the only things left are sack people with human souls.
Just like real life.
Yes. But yeah, so anyway, that's my last point. We got to get back to the main
Yes.
quest, I think.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
so we're going to get back to the main quest, and I hope you guys all do as well. And happy Halloween, I guess.
Yep.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
This comes out the day before Halloween.
It does, yes.
All right, sweet. Happy Halloween.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.